Welcome back to Kung Fu Maintenance. Had a drawer hitting a door handle on this one. Unfortunately had some background noise, so trying to cover that up a bit and minimize that a bit. With this, a lot of times what happens is you have a little bit of wiggle room on one side or the other. Sometimes you can balance that out in the center. Sometimes you need to use a spacer. So this one, what I was trying is to loosen the screw on the rail on the right side, see if we could shift that over so that the drawer would pull out a little bit more to the left. And so what I'm doing is putting a screw behind the rail up against the cabinet wall, again in the hopes that it'll direct that rail so that it aims a little to the left and we can get some clearance. So you can do this with any number of things. And you could skip right to what works good is some type of laminated cardboard, hence the cereal box. If you got a cereal box top or a side or a flap of a cereal box, that's what can work really good. The screw was a little bit large, and so it can be a little bit better with some laminated cardboard, as you can better control the size of the deal. But I did get the clearance I needed, so that proved that this would work good. And I just want to open and close the door and the drawer and make sure it'll work in all the different positions. So here it is, pulling it back out, and I've got the laminated piece of cardboard. What you want to do is roll this up or fold this up in a way that the laminated portion is towards the outside. The laminate from a cereal box, the laminate, is going to give you a bit of moisture resistance. Not that this is an area that would get wet or anything, but this will just make it last a lot longer. Push it in there. With this, I just pulled the screw back out. Again, you can skip using the screw and just use the cereal box or whatnot. Tighten the screw on it a little. This won't work for every scenario, but it did work for my scenario here. And hopefully it gives you a few ideas if you've got something like this going on. Hopefully there's enough wiggle room in there that you can adjust things up, and this worked perfect for this. Now the drawer goes in and comes out much easier. And one thing to look for with something like this, if you've adjusted the orientation of it, I've got good clearance now, is to see if the other cabinetry lines up with it. With this one, I just needed to adjust the hinge a little bit. Most hinges have 3 adjustments, screws, 3 types of adjustments. You've got the pivot, top and bottom of the door, then you've got the distance from the cabinet, and then you've got up and down. So the whole door going up and down, or the pivot going side to side, or the distance from the cabinet frame itself. This one just adjusted it so that top pivot was a little more over to the left, and it lines up nice with the door. It's good to go.